All right, we've reached the top of the hour. I put a little note in the chat with regards to music, given some of the licensing restrictions when we post recordings to YouTube. I just invite you to roll your own, put on something that works for you, and that way when we have the pauses of quiet, you have your music behind you. So our session today is called The Invisible Threads of Kindness, coming out of Valentine's Day weekend, where it's kind of all about the one. This one's about all the others that enrich our lives. So good to be with you here today. Go ahead and find your way into a comfortable, supportive position in your chair. And if it feels right, go ahead and close down your eyes. Or if you prefer, just let your eyes gaze softly on the floor, just a soft gaze a few feet in front of you. Put just a little bit of attention on your breath as you begin to settle in. Let your feet rest flat on the floor, feeling that solid, dependable ground beneath you. Hands resting easy in your lap or on your thighs or just wherever they feel most at home. Try to sit in a way that feels relaxed but also alert, like you're ready to listen to a good story. Let your spine grow a little taller, giving yourself a sense of dignity. And let your shoulders soften away from your ears. We'll just take a few moments to simply arrive. Arriving in the room, in the chair, in this very moment. And let go of any hurry or to-do lists or any planning it took to get here. For right now and for the next few moments, nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. Your task is to be right here and to breathe. Start to tune in fully to the rhythm of your breath. You don't need to change it or fix anything, just observing. Just notice the cool air as it enters your body and the warm, soft air as it leaves your body. It's like a gentle anchor, always there to bring you back if your mind starts to wander off, which it may. That is what minds tend to do. But when that happens, just kindly guide your attention back to the breath, like you're leading an old friend back to the path. Today, I want us to think about the incidental love we receive, the kind of kindness that doesn't usually make the evening news. We often focus on the big leaves of our lives, our family, our close friends, our big accomplishments. But just like a tree has deep roots and a complex structure beneath those leaves, our lives are supported by a vast network of people we might barely know. Think about the person who brewed your coffee this morning, or the neighbor who gave you a quick wave while checking the mail. Think about the stranger who held the door open, or the driver who waved you into traffic. These are our unsung heroes. They are the bare branches of our community, the essential, honest structure that holds us up even when we aren't looking. In your mind's eye, I want you to picture your typical day as a map. Not a map of roads, but a map of connections. Imagine yourself walking through your morning. See the person at the grocery store who carefully bagged your eggs so they wouldn't break. Visualize the mail carrier out in the weather making sure your letters arrive. See the person who maintains the park where you walk, or the librarian who suggested a good book. As you see these people, imagine a thin silver thread connecting them to you. With every breath in, acknowledge their presence. With every breath out, send a little bit of gratitude back along that silver thread. Notice how many of these threads there are. You are not just an individual sitting in a chair. You are part of an intricate, elegant pattern of human care. We'll sit with that image for a few moments before moving on. Let's try another image. Imagine your life is like a quiet, still well of water. Every small act of kindness you receive from a stranger or a casual acquaintance is like a small pebble dropped into that well. Think of a specific moment that happened over the course of this past week or so. Maybe a barista who remembered your name, or a neighbor who asked how you were doing and then actually waited for the answer. Drop that pebble into your well. See the ripples move outward. Those ripples touch parts of your day you didn't even realize. Because someone was kind to you, you were perhaps a little more patient with yourself, or a little softer with a friend. Rest with this image for a few moments. Feel the quiet strength in these small interactions. They don't require titles or accomplishments. They are just humans being humans, sharing a moment of grace. Beneath our roles as parents, spouses, friends, colleagues, or employees, we have an essential self that craves this connection. It is a part of you that has been there through every season of your life. This core of your being recognizes the core of theirs. We are all just branches reaching out, trying to make the world a little more beautiful for one another. A somewhat longish poem to consider today. This is called Odes to the Unseen by C.J. Coop, a British writer and poet. I'll read through it relatively quickly as it is quite long, but pretty powerful. In the hum of the world where silence seldom reigns, whispers abound of the unseen's silent gains. Beneath the bustle of the daylight's busy hands, there dwell the quiet forces that guard our earthly lands. With thanks, we must sing of gravity's gentle hold that keeps our feet planted and makes the young seem old. Its embrace is a mother's, firm and sure and sweet, a lullaby that anchors from head to weary feet. To the bees in their hives stitching flowers to life, dancers of creation amid nature's rife, their buzz a melody for the earth's grand tune in the waltz of ecosystems under the sun and moon. Let us speak of the roots that web beneath the soil, tangling deep and wide in silent secret toil. They sip the whispered secrets from the underground, and in their silent strength life's tapestry is wound. Honor to the mycelium, the forest's internet, a network of whispers in dampness and darkness set. They trade in nutrients, a currency of spores, binding plant to plant, opening nature's doors. The wind, that ancient sculptor of dunes and human cheeks, it carries seeds and stories of the past it speaks. Unseen hands that cradle, that push and that entwine, turning the world's pages invisible, divine. Praise to the microbe, that builder of our breath. In their tiny bodies they hold life and death. They churn the compost, turn decay to green. Unsung heroes in shadows are rarely heard or seen. Consider the photons in their unseen streams. They paint the world in colors in daylight dreams. A force that calls to action, the life of leaf and bloom that dances on our faces in our quiet rooms. To the magnetic fields, guardians of compasses true, guiding the travelers in skies vast and blue. They whisper directions to wings over sea, charting unseen pathways where the eyes can't see. Applause for the fungi, those reclaimers of waste. No leaf or fallen branch do they ever taste. They weave through depth's fabric a life anew, a rebirth silent in morning's dew. And so to these forces, the unseen, the quiet, the shy, we owe the breath, the step, the gaze to the sky. The unsung heroes in their tireless dance walk among giants at every glance. In this tapestry of silence, their tales interweave a world held together by what we cannot see. These unseen hands that toil in shade or light bind our existence beyond our mortal sight. For every force that shapes the petal, the leaf, the land, we must give our thanks for their unseen hand. Though we walk oblivious through the hours of our days, it's upon these silent sentinels that our world calmly sways. C.J. Coop. As we begin to close the practice today, I'll offer a few affirmations. You can repeat them silently to yourself, just letting them settle into your heart. I am grateful for the quiet kindness of strangers. I recognize the invisible threads of support that hold me up. I honor the unsung heroes who make my daily life easier. I am a part of a vast and caring community. I notice the small acts of love that happen every day. And last, my life is enriched by the incidental grace of others. I'll pause for just a moment or two, giving time for the mind to integrate any insights that may have bubbled up today. And now let go of those images and the affirmations. Just sit for a moment in simple awareness of your own presence. Feel the support of the chair beneath you and the floor beneath your feet once more. As the sounds of the bowl fade, listen to the sounds in the room, the hum of a heater, perhaps even the distant sound of traffic. These, too, are signs of a world working around you. Begin to bring a bit of gentle movement back to your body, perhaps wiggling fingers and toes, maybe rolling the shoulders, gently turning the head from side to side. And when you're ready at your own pace, just slowly open your eyes and bring the light back in. Thank you for sharing this time and the practice with me today. Namaste.